This is the Mazz and Bads Show with Brandon Marrazzo and Charlie Baduini.
Gentlemen, back with another one. It is one of my favorite times of the year because basketball finally means something again. Playoffs are upon us. We just had four play-in games that just went by. Fellas, what a matchup, honestly. I don't know. Outside of that Orlando one, I know that the Hawks came back in a little bit. That was But that Warriors-Grizzlies game, some of the best basketball I've seen in quite some time. I mean, it was competitive all the way out. I thought the Grizzlies might have actually pulled it out at the end, but apparently Sammy Aldama cannot inbound a ball within 5 seconds. Shout out Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry combining for 75 points to lock them into their 7th seed matchup against the number 2 seed, the Houston Rockets. Correct, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. We also got 2 more games tonight. 2 more playing games tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, my bad. Tomorrow night. Heat Hawks for the 8th seed and Mavericks Grizzlies for the 8th seed in the West. So
yeah,
2 games.
Unfortunately, the Bulls and Sacramento Kings seasons are officially but did anybody expect that to go any other way?
I mean, not really. I mean, the play-in, besides that Grizzlies Warriors game, I mean, I would say everything's been pretty snooze so far. You know what I mean? But that Grizzly Warriors, that was the perfect like pre-playoffs, like get you amped up for what this next week or two is going to be for the first round. So
I will say,
I
really
have
excited.
a prediction.
Sorry, I'll let you go first.
I have a prediction right now. Matt Boucher is going to be pissed off at me, and I don't even care. Warriors in 7, baby.
Well, Warriors in 7's that's respect to the Rockets.
I mean, is it though? Because they're the 2 seed, like they're getting upset.
I mean, it's only a 3-game difference in their records.
Yeah,
it's like the West is so close this year that like the 2 seed and the 7 seed are a difference of like 4 games. So it's kind of close.
I just think that the best players come like into like this next level with it. I've been praising Jimmy Butler forever. There's no reason to stop now, especially after that Grizzly performance. And I actually think that the Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets are kind of similar in the sense that they're young. They can push that pace really on you. I do think that the Houston Rockets are a much better team just in terms of personnel and coaching. However, I think the Warriors were able to withstand without Steph and Jimmy really going off at like the same time. Like Draymond Green obviously had an offensive liability, but defensively was all over the place. I liked what I saw from the rest of like the squad. Even Moody stepping up. I think if he can get more minutes and actually get into the scoring, I got the dubs all day. I think experience rises to the top, and the best players on the court are going to rise to the top. And you cannot convince me that the best players on the court are Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler in that series.
Sure. Those 2 players are definitely the best in the series, but I do think in the playoffs, matchups are what we really look at, right? And I think the Rockets on paper have a deeper team. You look at their 1 through 7 options. They got, 7 guys averaging 12 or more points per game this season? Like, they have scoring options that they can go to at different spots. If Jimmy's not having a good night and Steph isn't having a good night, who on the Warriors is really going to be stepping up into that role? You going to trust Podziemski? Khalil said this a couple weeks ago. Is it going to be Podziemski? Is it going to be Kuminga? Who is it going to be that's going to be that third scoring option that can really lift the Warriors up? They don't have Clay anymore. Draymond's not the offensive threat that he used to be. Like, this is not the same Warriors dynasty team from years past. This is a new age team. And I think the Rockets, I think it's going to be a tough series. I'm not going to say the Rockets roll over the Warriors. I think this series does go to 7. But I think the Rockets, with home court advantage, game 7 on the line, they're going to have they're going to have a hungrier team. I think they get it done.
2 words. Money Moody. That's all I got.
I mean, we really have to touch on the 1 seed matchups. I mean, the Thunder's going to either play a Grizzlies team that is talented, but obviously has shortcomings, or the Dallas Mavericks, who are just having the season from hell. I don't think there's really any debate there that Oklahoma City is going to be moving on to the second round, no matter who they're playing.
Listen, I mean, I think just that matchup I think before is what I'm looking forward to even much. Is it going to be Memphis or is it going to be Dallas? I don't think much makes a difference. I hope Ja Morant's all right from the other night. He did get back on the court, but a freak thing. Obviously, Anthony Davis and were outgunned right now, even if they make it to the second round. So, like, it is what it is. I'm sure, like, Davis, if he gets there, will have a hell of a performance. I'm sure John, the boys, will have a decent performance. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, it's gentleman's sweep at best case scenario. I think OKC is steamrolling anybody that comes through.
Yeah, this team's just built for a playoff run. I think In the Western Conference right now, I don't think there's a more complete team than the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that's just a fact. I got Daigneault winning the Coach of the Year because I just think this team is just too well-oiled. I think this team has just been built to not only win the Western Conference, but to win a championship. And I think whether it's Memphis or it's who's the other Pelicans?
It's Mavericks or Grizzlies.
Mavericks or yeah. With no
Dude, I
Kyrie,
feel like
Kyrie in
Grizzlies-
Dallas right now, like how are they going to even match up with a team like OKC? And Memphis, I think, has a better chance than Dallas of usurping OKC. But even then, like they don't have the firepower offensively that can match what OKC's throwing at them right now. Thunder sweep.
Call me crazy. If Kyrie Irving was healthy, I honestly weighed into not favoring the Mavericks, but giving them like a shot. Like just because like the I think the complementary piece of Davis with him, like the pairing and then kicking it out to Clay on the outside, like I could see that doing a lot of damage, especially like the experiences, like three guys that have been integral parts to getting rings, I could see that giving them trouble in the experience, but obviously that's not going to happen, unfortunately, because Mr. Irving will not be on the court, and I do think that kind of leaves them a ship without a sail. However, OKC, dude, I think this could potentially be the year for them, man. They got that under the belt, like they're getting after it. I don't know, but we'll see. But and you make a valid point, my friend. I just really wish the Mavericks were healthy. And on the other side, the Grizzlies, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously you have a coach firing. I love Ja Morant, my favorite player to watch just in the game of basketball today, probably outside of like nobody. I feel like he's a star, but when it's time to be a superstar, he's just not hitting those points. Like, it's like the kid can't get past 26 points a game in like a giant moment. Like, he's a bona fide star, but like the style of play that like he just throws his body is like a human crash doll. Like, it's very dangerous. Like, it's exciting to watch, but I really hope that Memphis can come back and retool before we end up wasting this kid's prime. Especially like Jaren Jackson's pretty damn good too. Like, either he hit some big shots.
Arguably, Jaren Jackson's had a better season than Ja Morant has.
Sure, like I'm not saying to break them up yet, but something's got to change. And I think Desmond Bane is gonna be a warrior down in the damn future. The way that he plays basketball, that kid was lighting it up. He's got to be on a bunch of people's radars, especially with that 3-ball capability. But I don't know, dude. There's a lot of good things happening for Memphis in the future. It's just whether or not can they stay healthy.
Yeah, and they were the 2 seed at the beginning of February, believe it or not, and they slid all the way down to the 8th spot. And then last note on the Mavericks, to kind of circle it back to when you started with Mazz. Yeah, I think if Kyrie obviously didn't tear the ACL, if Davis doesn't hurt his groin the first half, he's a Dallas Maverick, the game he's playing, they probably weren't in the play-in tournament in the first place. They probably have one of those top 6 seeds, but obviously the basketball gods needed retribution on that franchise for what they did to the rest of the league. Nuggets
Clippers.
Clippers.
Take a phone call. I mean, soon. Yeah, Nuggets Clippers, absolutely. And I can't even believe this, fellas. I think strictly because of firing the coach as late as they have, I think the Clippers come into this one, especially like for that big win off the Warriors, towards like what was it, like the second to last game of like the season. They're just playing like the best basketball the Clippers might have ever played as a franchise, in my opinion. And I think they're going to be a serious problem right now. I mean, obviously, Jokic on the other side. It's literally on whether or not does Jamal Murray have a great, outing. Does Michael Porter Jr. rise to the occasion? But I just don't see that happening, especially like their biggest problem has been defense, and the Clippers are a high scoring team for a reason, and they get after it, and everybody's looking healthy right now. So I don't know, dude. As much as I hate to say it, the Clippers are going to give the Nuggets a run for their money, and I see them coming out on top in 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. Clippers have quietly been one of the best teams in basketball over the last month of the season. You know who doesn't get enough credit is Ty Lue. He's one of the best coaches in basketball, and he never gets any credit. The Clippers are consistently good every year, no matter what they give him. You know what I mean? Oh, take Paul George away, still good. Last year, adding Russell Westbrook into the starting lineup at the start of the season, navigates a way through it. Oh, they had to trade away, Batum and couple other role players to bring in Harden. They're a little depleted. Didn't matter. They were still, they got knocked out in the first round due to injuries, but just consistently a well-coached team and always finding a way to figure things out. I like the Clippers winning this series. Like you said, Mazz, 6 or 7 games. I think, Jokic is still one of the best basketball players in the league, if not best in the world right now. If Jamal Murray has a playoff riser series in him, although it appears, unless he's playing the Lakers, he doesn't seem to really click all that much, but I don't know.
No, he does against the Clippers. He did in the bubble.
With the Clippers? In the bubble, sure, 3-1. Yeah, we all remember that, but not this time around. Clippers in 6? I'll go 6. Clippers in 6.
I think I got Clippers in 6 as well.
Yeah, I think since Kawhi's been healthy, that's been the main difference with LA. When he is on the floor, like we forget so often. I think it's just Kawhi Leonard. His health has been such like an anomaly these last couple of seasons. Like he's just been off the court so often that like we just kind of forget when he does play how great of an NBA player he really is. I just think when he's playing on that Clippers floor with Harden, who's taken more of a facilitator role this season, he's been a great point guard, just a true point guard in every sense of the word. I think the entire team has embraced what their role is right now under Ty Lue. I think Charlotte, that is the credit to Ty Lue and what he's been able to pull off here with this Clippers team, and their home court advantage has been one of the best in the NBA. I think they're like at home this season. I want to say their winning percentage is like almost 750 or something like that. Like they win a lot in that new arena in Inglewood. So really? I think they could take the 3 games at home. They just have to win 1 in Denver. And I think that's definitely possible with this Clippers team. I have the Clippers winning in 6.
I was talking with my cousin earlier in the week, and not a big Clippers guy. Like he likes basketball. It's all right, but like definitely not like a Clippers homer. And he just turns to me and goes, around, but like a couple of seasons later, he upgrades them with a new arena. They trade for Paul George. It doesn't work out. They actually pull the plug on it to go bring in James Harden. Like, what a story it would be for not only James Harden to get his first ring, but Kawhi Leonard to get his 3rd championship with the 3rd franchise. I mean, it's just story. Like, I think it changes if they could pull it off all the way. This changes everything in terms of how we're talking about like the top, 25, 30 of like basketball players.
If Kawhi wins a 3rd title with a 3rd team, top 20 all time.
Can I just say something right now? Can I just like
top 15.
Honestly? Like, yeah, I'm with you on that. And James Harden's gonna be looked like in a different light with the multiple MVPs, and then finally being on a championship squad and contributing. I just Kawhi over Kevin Durant ? If he gets this done, I know it's a lot to ask for, but like
he already is.
You think he already is? 4-time scoring champ, and come on.
He was the alpha on 2 title wins.
Okay, I get
sure,
that.
KD won the Finals MVP in Golden State. He wasn't the alpha.
He might have been the alpha.
No.
I mean, he was the highest scorer those years.
He wasn't the alpha.
But it was. I mean, like it's kind of easy to
Curry
be
was the alpha.
I don't have Kawhi over KD now, and like I'm not trying to be like a KD hater. I'm just saying like for Kawhi Leonard, a guy who puts up. What is it, like 19 points, per year?
In the playoffs.
Obviously, he can turn it up to like, yeah, for sure. Like the numbers he clicks, dude. Like it's insane. If he could stay healthy, I honestly think this puts Kawhi in a whole nother light. If they can get this job.
I gotta ask you a question now, Mazz. Now you bring that up.
Yeah.
Biggest playoff riser, Kawhi or Jimmy?
Oh, that's a good one. And I love Jimmy, but Kawhi has gotten it done. Like. No, give me Jimmy. I'm sorry. I gotta say Jimmy. I don't know if anybody could get to the finals with that damn Heat team outside of Jimmy Butler.
Oh, come on. Kawhi could have done it.
He did it twice.
Kawhi's peaking, bro.
What I'll say to that is I feel like when Kawhi's healthy, he's just consistently really good. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy is known to flip the switch off in the regular season. Kawhi, I think when he's playing in the regular season, as long as he's not hurt, that switch is on.
I feel like Kawhi sleepwalks and puts up 22, 23-point games.
I will say this. Kawhi Leonard, when healthy, is a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy. You guys know this. I'm not afraid to admit that. But you asked for a playoff riser, and with that switch of just like really kicking it on, I mean, Jimmy Butler turns into like Dirk Nowitzki type, where it's like, I don't care what the hell's around me, we're getting after, and we're taking no prisoners. It's just unfortunately he can't get the last step done. But maybe this year. Maybe this year.
Kawhi
Maybe
made
next year.
Joel Embiid cry. That's all.
Yo, that shot is gotta be top 5 luckiest shots of all time. I mean, the damn thing was on the rim for like an hour, it felt like. But anyway,
if I was a Philly fan, I would have cried.
Kawhi was, especially on that run, dude, magical. Like, but I also they really blew things up on that. Like, I think Nick Nurse benefited from that situation. Like, you can't tell me Dwayne Casey couldn't have coached those same moves and gotten that championship. Like, they just really sold all out and they upgraded everywhere. I liked Valanciunas, but going to get Marc Gasol like before he really fell off like the cliff with giant move. I mean, giving Fred VanVleet more minutes, getting rid of DeMar DeRozan, and not only bringing in Kawhi Leonard, but then bringing in Danny Green. Like, those were just I feel like a lot of coaches could have coached that team. That's how well put together it was in those moves, and I think you got to give it to Toronto on that. But like I said, man, like I'm just envisioning. I'm horrified on if like the Clippers get a chip because obviously like rivalry, like this a lot. They talk smack now without even having one. I can't even imagine what that would be like. But that's for another day, fellas. But all I do know, just to reiterate, if the Clippers somehow pull this entire thing off, and I don't even think that's insane to think about with how they've been playing. I think that they change not only is the Paul George trade worth it, it completely rewrites a lot of guys' standings all time, but I've talked enough on that one.
What do you mean it makes the Paul George trade worth it? Like the one they gave up all those picks to get him?
Gave up SGA, gave up, what was it, like 4 or 5 first-round picks on top of it?
Yeah.
You know, like I think they were looking like the loser of that trade if they end up pulling it off. Like if they win the championship before OKC, because that Paul George trade then directly leads to the James Harden trade. You know, so like if without that asset, who knows if they're able to get it done, right? And if SGA emerges like he has, which I don't know if he would have been given the shot to, but you know maybe they completely.
I think SGA would have been fine. He
sure,
he's just.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they were looking like the biggest loser from that trade, and now they're not looking as bad, as all I'm saying, for the way that they've been able to steer course, you know? So I just don't think that it's unfathomable to think that they could get like the job done with the way that they're just playing basketball. I think that they could change a whole lot of discussions over the past couple of years and where guys stand all time if they're able to get it done. However, Jokic's on the other side. We'll see what happens.
So staying with Los Angeles, got the Lakers and the Timberwolves, which feels like a rematch, but it's not a rematch. I don't know. It just kind of feels like, didn't they play in the play-in last year? Or was that 2 years ago?
No, the T-Wolves were not in the play-in last year. They were a 3 seed last year.
Two years ago, when the Lakers made the conference finals run, I think they played in the play-in
They
with
might
each
have played
other.
in the playoffs, first round, second round. I don't remember. But regardless.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. History's history. This is the Luka LeBron Lakers against the Anthony Edwards, and you know I want to they got a couple of like decent co-stars there, man. They got Julius Randle, you got Rudy Gobert, who's really good defensively.
Dante.
Jaden McDaniels, great defender as well. Dante DiVincenzo, Mike Conley, excuse me. This is gonna be a tough series. Although I think when the Lakers go small, it's going to be really poor for the Timberwolves because we all know what happened last year in the playoffs with the Mavericks and the Timberwolves when Luka just took over in that series, and you add LeBron into that mix. And I know the Lakers don't have like a legitimate big outside of Jackson Hayes, but it's just too much talent on this team for them to lose in the first round, especially to the Timberwolves. It's Lakers in 6.
I think it has to be Lakers in 6. If it's not, a part of me, like the nihilist in me, wants it to not be Lakers in 6 for the sole fact of maybe they'll go out and make some bigger moves on top of it. But I've already got Lucas.
They're gonna make moves.
I'm gonna stop, man. You hate your team.
Them.
I've never seen a guy just want his team to lose ever. I've never seen this in my life.
I just know that they could do more, damn it. All right,
seed,
they're gonna get lazy. They're gonna get lazy.
In the
They should
playoffs?
be a 1 seed. They should be a 1 seed with this roster. Goddamn it.
They got Luka
right?
mid-year
with no center.
I know.
They should be a 1 seed.
That's what I'm saying. We should have a center. We should have already been having these moves. All right. They've gotten lazy. Before Luka, they weren't trying to do anything. They've had Anthony Davis for how long? They never brought in a third damn star. They brought in Russell Westbrook. It didn't work out. They brought in D'Angelo Russell. It was even worse than Russell Westbrook. All right? Like, god damn it. The last time they had success, Rajon Rondo was the third biggest name player on the goddamn roster with old man Dwight Howard.
You can't blame the front office for bringing in these moves. These moves should have worked. They should have worked, but they didn't.
Which ones?
Russell Westbrook move should have absolutely worked. Russell Westbrook was coming off a really good season in Washington when they brought him in.
Listen, you were the one who was saying that it wasn't going to work because he needs the damn ball in his hand.
No.
Right?
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Okay.
I said LeBron had to play off ball. The problem is LeBron needs the ball in his hands.
Well, I'd rather the ball in LeBron's hands than Westbrook's hands. The only person I want the ball that's not LeBron's hands is Luka's hands. That's like for the entire damn league, I feel like at times. You know,
all I'm gonna say
you want the
is
best
this.
playmakers to have the damn ball in their hands is all I'm saying, and I'm pissed. All right, and I know I'm being, small violin. Woe is me. I'm just saying for what we've had over the damn years, and for what the Lakers are, and they love to make big splashes. They never have homegrown talent. They make big splashes. I'm glad that we hooked one of the biggest fishes absolutely possible in Luka. But don't waste it. Go bring in something, because I don't think it's enough to go all the way with the Celtics on the other side, with even OKC on this side, like the Warriors lurking, the Clippers lurking, like there's star power all over the goddamn league. You can't sit there and tell me the 40-year-old LeBron James and Luka Doncic are going to be able to just eliminate everybody right now at this point in their career.
Luka eliminated everybody
years ago
last year with less help.
Wait, Kyrie Irving.
LeBron's better than Kyrie Irving, dude.
And they had bigs.
40-year-old LeBron is better than Kyrie Irving.
Listen, I think it's closer than we like to admit, and I think Kyrie Irving is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to playoff basketball and just needing to go get you a bucket.
So is
LeBron's
LeBron.
definitely the better overall player. I got that. I'm just saying, I'm a little concerned about, just the rest of, the roster. I think the Mavericks have a way better roster than what the Lakers had right now. At least they had some big bodies that were willing to go out there and fight every damn second, like Lively and Gafford. Who the hell do we have? Jackson Hayes? Are you kidding me?
Jared Vanderbilt.
Sure, if he's going to be healthy during the damn playoffs. I feel like he starts off strong and then just ends up nowhere to be found,
I'm just going to say this. We're going to be hearing
I
this
have
a
no
lot.
faith in Austin Reeves.
We're going to be hearing this a lot in these playoffs. Yeah. Hate New York City. It's cold and damp. And all the people dressed like monkeys. Let's leave Chicago to the Eskimos. 'Cause I love LA. 'Cause they're going to roll. They're going to roll this entire...
What the hell?
You don't know that song?
What's that?
That's
No.
I Love LA by Randy Newman.
That was crazy.
That's what the Lakers play after every win. You're a Laker fan, you don't even know this. This is crazy.
That's
Have I ever
that's
been
their
to a
version
Laker
of New
game?
York, New
Have I ever
York.
been to a Laker
Yeah, that's like
game?
the New York
Game.
for Lakers fans.
Listen, I apologize. I've never been to a Laker game. I wouldn't know what they do after the game. I can't afford
Not
the
a
damn
real fan.
tickets.
You should,
all right? I
at
watch them
least
on
you should know their
ESPN and
win
TNT.
song. Fake Laker fan.
Sue
Fake
me.
fan.
What's the Ravens win song?
We don't have one. We have the band play. We have a marching band.
Oh, yeah, sure. What song does the band play? It's composed music.
It's like a Baltimore fight song. It goes like for Baltimore.
But what's the name of it? What's the name of the song?
And we'll fly on to victory. There it is.
Doesn't know the name of the song, and I'm just the jerk off. Right?
Jerk
Keep it moving.
Okay, but Lakers are gonna roll. This Timberwolves team. It's just Edwards and a couple of ensemble pieces right now. We talked about Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle. Randle's a good playoff performer. I ain't gonna deny that.
No, he's not.
No, he's had some decent performances in the postseason in the past.
Julius Randle.
Some decent. No, I'm not gonna say he's not terrible.
That was the only complaint I ever had about him when he was in New York was he always strunk in the playoffs. Always strunk in the playoffs.
I mean, hold on. To be fair,
Dante DiVincenzo, on the other hand, playoff riser. Playoff motherfucking riser. I miss that guy so much.
I'm telling you right now,
oh
man.
my god.
Luka Doncic is one of those players where I'm not worried about the help he has around him. And the fact that he does have a LeBron James next to him, one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, this Lakers team, they're going to go to the Western Conference Finals. Mazz. Whether you like it
I
or
hope
not,
you're right.
they're gonna go to the
hope
West.
you're
No,
right.
you just said no. Don't try to switch up on me. You said you hope they lose. You just said that
I
5
did not
minutes ago.
say that. I said the nihilist in me.
The nihilist in you
The nihilist
wants
in
your
me,
team to
all right?
lose.
I just
Crazy
said the
work.
nihilist. That doesn't mean I want
Crazy
them to
work.
lose. I just said, I'm hoping for bigger
I got
moves
Lakers
on
in
top of
6.
it. Dude, if they go and make a big move, do you not understand? I can see another goddamn dynasty. You don't know about dynasties in basketball, Ed. You don't know about dynasties, all right? Charlie don't know about dynasties in the sport of basketball, goddammit. Ed, think about being a Yankees fan in the prime of it, but you watched it on the goddamn hardwood floor, all right? It's fucking awesome. Not just one championship, multiple championships. Dynasties are freaking cool, all right? And we're annoying to everybody else when you're actually going through it, but they're fucking awesome. And you don't know about that. So just shut up. I'm not here for one championship. You don't go get a Luka Doncic for one championship. You don't bring in a LeBron James for one goddamn championship or even 2 championships. You get multiple rings out of these caliber kinds of goddamn players. And I'm sorry that I want to have my franchise up to that goddamn standard because I'm sick of getting the short end of the stick where they go half into the goddamn pool and they won't just go completely goddamn submerged in, because if they submerge in with the right goddamn moves, guess what? Dynasty. You know about that.
Hey, LA.
You don't know about that.
No, come on, dude. This team's gonna go on a run. I just think the only team right now that matches up better against the Lakers on paper, it's unfortunately OKC.
Sure, and
I think
you.
that's
I'm
the
petrified.
buzzsaw they run into in the Western Conference Finals. I think Lakers take down Timberwolves in 6.
So we're all in lockstep on the Western Conference. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
No.
That's how I
We
see
have
it.
Rockets. Oh, I have Rockets. You guys have Warriors.
Oh, yes. And it's got Rockets. Everything else
Such a
is
contrarian,
lockstep.
God.
Which I could, like I said, I could lean either way with that. So say what you want. So
What does this says about me that I'm always agreeing with one of you two? I feel like, even though I do give the take first, but it's always you two against each other. You two it's rarely ever you two versus me. I'm always on either side of it. Do I know ball? Do I not know ball? What's going on?
You just
here?
don't like to pick a. You just you like agreeing with somebody. You don't want to be the.
I
contrarian.
give my take first. I go first 90% of these. It's not like I'm just riding the wave, all right? I'm starting the damn wave, and then I make a compelling point, and somebody agrees with me. Damn, what do you want from me?
It's okay. You're just a sheep. It's fine.
I hate this guy. Can we get a new producer? Good God, what is it good for? He even came into the meeting today, and he's just like, man, I'm tired. This is not the best part of his damn week.
I was just tired of your BS. Okay, buddy.
Oh, sue me. Sue me.
I'll put the job posting up. No pay, producer once a week.
Yeah.
I'm fired.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
All you have
I'm
to do,
sure we'll get-
job requirement, come
Wait.
with a smile.
If I'm fired, Matt, I just need you to do one thing for me before I leave.
Yeah.
You have to give me the Donald Trump. You're fired.
I still need you yet. I can't fire you.
No, but
bro.
yeah, just say it.
I can't.
Do it. Come on.
I can't.
Just say
I
it.
can't. Keep
Just
it
say it.
moving. What's the next?
Just
What's the
say
next
it.
series? Where do you want to go? I need you.
Eastern Conference.
He just wants out. He just wants out of his damn his contract. That's all he wants. Or handshake agreement
What
over
contract?
sandwiches unlimited. Handshake agreement over sandwiches unlimited. I told you.
All right,
Fair
Eastern
enough.
Conference.
Yeah, onto our coast, the East Coast.
The best
it's going to
coach,
be
just not in basketball.
the best coast. Cavaliers versus the Heat or Hawks. Cavs in 4. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I mean, actually,
If it's the Heat,
I'll say this.
Gentlemen.
I was just about to say, if it's the Heat, sure, I'll give them respect of one game. For the Hawks, yeah, it's a clean 4.
That's for Eric Spoelstra and nobody else.
No, it's for Tyler Hero for what he did in that play-in game. 38 points, 11 of 17 shooting. So I gotta apologize, Tyler Hero, man. I was kind of disrespecting him in the last episode, but he's a baller, man. He is a baller.
Oh my God! Did Anthony Cafone just take accountability? Can we get a round of applause over here? That's amazing.
I'm laughing because I don't know if you guys watched the end of that game last night, the Bulls Heat, but they're talking to Hero after the game, and they're doing the post game interview. He's on the floor and he's like, "Job's not finished. Job's not finished." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, we know you're playing Friday night. You're still in fucking playing game. Like, what job, dude? Like,
What
everybody
job?
wants to be
Here's
Kobe, bro.
here's the job that's not finished. How about the 2 damn playoff runs your team went on all the way to not only the Eastern Conference Finals, the goddamn finals where you were nowhere
The first
to be
one he was
found, my
hurt.
friend.
The first one he was hurt.
He was hurt both of them. Where the
No,
hell
the second
was
one
he?
the second one he came back mid playoff run and then played like garbage in the finals.
Couldn't even get on the damn court, dude. Like, job's not finished. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Jimmy Butler does feel that the job's not finished, sir, because you were supposed to be the second scoring option, and you were nowhere to be found. Damn it.
Nah, yeah,
Thank
but
you
I got
for
the
coming to my
Cavs
TED
winning
Talk.
in 5. I think either Miami or Atlanta picks up the game.
And I think that's just because the Cavs are probably going to coast that game, or Eric Spoelstra might have like
Yeah.
one game of master.
They could be up 3-0,
But
probably
I
just punt one. I could see that happening.
I don't think Atlanta has it in them to take down Miami, so I think their season's going to be.
Atlanta's always weird like that. Like they'll just like randomly like knock a team off. Like remember they went to the conference finals a few years ago. They took 2 games off the Celtics in the first round last year, if I remember correctly.
I believe you're right.
Well, it's kind of like the Eastern Conference in a nutshell. It just always seems like there's that one team that just kind of like slides through the bracket just because teams get injured. Like look at the Pacers last year. Like they just kind of get an easy run with if the teams were fully healthy, then like they wouldn't be in that position. Like the Pacers should not have been in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. The Hawks shouldn't have been in the Eastern Conference Finals 3 years ago. Like just somehow with certain situations they just kind of slide through.
So look at the draw, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of luck of the draw, Orlando Magic got a pretty shit draw. They're heading to Boston for their first round series against the Celtics, and you guys are going to call me crazy for this, but I think the Magic they're not winning the series. I'm not going crazy. They're not. No. I'm not.
Charlie, I'm just about ready to throw my damn chair.
No. I think the Magic's like defensive abilities, their length, their size is going to give them trouble. Sure. I think it could be Celtics in 6 games, possibly, maybe more likely 5. I think I could see Orlando pushing it to 6.
I see what you're saying, Charlie, but the problem is the Celtics just have too many options to go to. Like not just options, shot creators. Like
yes.
Tatum's a shot creator, Jaylen Brown's a shot creator, Peyton Pritchard's a shot creator, Derek White could be a shot creator. Like they have shot creators. They don't. Porzingis. Well, Porzingis is more of a spot-up guy, not really a creator.
But he can create his own shot.
He could. I'm not saying that's his number one strength, but
7'3", the guy can literally shoot wherever the hell he chooses from. I'm
with
Chuck
Chuck
on this one. I get what you're saying. Like, no, he's not going to grab the ball and
the Celtics
step back on you. But
the Celtics just have a better skill set. I think they probably have the best team skill set that can offset the Magic in terms of offense. These are the 2 best defensive teams in the NBA right now, according to points per game. These 2 teams are the best 2 defensive teams. So I think we're going to see some clamps. We're going to see some low-scoring affairs. But, Charlie, I'm going to disagree. I think Boston sweeps.
Just straight sweep.
I think in 4 games, I think Boston gets it done. They're just too battle-hardened. They've been too many wars over the last couple seasons as a collective unit. And Mazzulla just knows how to coach in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm actually with on this one just for the sole fact of not that I hate the Magic. I just think that they've got a couple of missing pieces. Like they could really use the size if I believe it's Moritz Wagner was on the court. They also don't have Jalen Suggs. Obviously, like not like the biggest pieces to be missing, but I mean when you're going against the Celtics, you want to be at full strength. And I think the Celtics team, with how battle tested they are, I think they actually like realize the values of getting like the rest as soon as possible, and especially with Mazzulla just coming out with something like, what inspired me was hunting like a pack of killer whales. Like he's gonna just draw up something that inspires him. They're gonna get it done as fast as possible, and they're gonna be looking to reload for the next round because they know that they're going deep in this one, past the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion.
You gonna sweep?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. Well, regardless, we all have the Celtics advancing past the Orlando Magic. Moving on to probably what will be the best first round series in the Eastern Conference. My New York Knicks against the Detroit Pistons, who have seen probably one of the best turnaround seasons we've seen in the NBA. I mean, going from literally the worst record in basketball to the 6th seed in the East with 44 wins. Shout out JB Bickerstaff.
Coach of the year.
Knicks in 6?
Knicks in 7.
7. It's because you're like, don't take this the wrong way, dude. It's the Knicks. Like this shouldn't be going to 7, but it absolutely will be. And what unforeseen mishap is gonna happen because somebody was left out on the damn court for too long. So like I got the Knicks winning. I'm with you on that one, but it's always they just make it harder than it should be, and it's just no reason for that to change. Charlie, you're gonna be on the edge of your seat. You're gonna be screaming your little head off. You might pull off the rest of your hair and start looking like me, because that's what the Knicks do. It can never be easy. You're going to have a high heart rate the entire time, my friend.
For sure.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I think we're gonna have another Trae Young meme, enemy in Madison Square Garden with Cade Cunningham. I think Cade's gonna have a couple of 35, 40-point nights in MSG, and we're gonna have a little trash talk and sideline with Spike Lee. I think it's gonna be one of those type of series. Like I have it in my mind. This is gonna be like a Knicks like versus everybody type of series, but I think the Knicks, like we said in the season, they're right on the cusp of being an elite team. They can't take down the powerhouses of the Eastern Conference. But when it comes to like the bottom half of the Eastern Conference and the 6th seed and below, they're quite frankly one of the best in just terms of efficiency of just beating these lower level teams. And I think the Knicks do a good job of that. But I think the Pistons make this a competitive series. I think Cade goes off. I think that Cade's going to be a guy that we look at as a playoff riser throughout his career. And I think it starts with this series against the Knicks, but the Knicks in 7.
Can I paint a picture for you guys real quick? Just a hypothetical.
Do it for me.
A world that I want to live in. All right. Knicks and Pistons. 7th game. 3-3, heading back to Madison Square Garden. Cade Cunningham hits a shot to go up 1. Comes back the next possession. Jalen Brunson tries taking over, but the size of Cade Cunningham is too much to overcome. Swats that shit out of here, and the Pistons get the upset. Charlie goes into cardiac arrest. We're sitting here like, holy hell, the Knicks have found a way to fuck it up again. Fellas, that is a world. And obviously Chuck recovers. He's good. It's okay. He's young and healthy. It's just a minor event. That is a world that I want to live in. Okay?
Wait,
How hilarious would that be?
I think for the Pistons, too. I mean, I don't think they get it done this year. But this is an intriguing team for a lot of players entering free agency or the trade portal coming up. And I was talking to a friend the other day. Let me know how you think this sounds. Kevin Durant is a Piston next year.
I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. Do I see him taking that route? No, for the sole fact of I think he's going to try and go get with established stars because it worked the last time. Like it just had. He's essentially doing the same move where it's like, all right, I threw out all the pride and went and joined the Warriors. And then I had wanted to prove so bad that I could get it done, being the number 1. He goes over to Brooklyn. Maybe it could have got done, but his foot's too damn big because he's, 7 foot. Steps on the damn line, and literally no other co-star was basically playing. It was like Harden with half a hamstring, right? Kyrie's not even playing. So that falls apart and blows it up. Then heads over to Phoenix, and it's even, dare I say, worse. So now I think that he sees the writing on the wall. I don't think it's about joining a young, hungry team. I think he's going to go to the team that he thinks he has the best odds of winning
Him
for.
with Cade's
I'm going to be honest.
Win? That's not a winning formula right there.
I just think that he's going to be looking for bigger star power, more established star power. Don't be surprised if he goes back to the damn Warriors with Jimmy and Steph. Don't be surprised if he tries to make his way to a La Land with LeBron and Luka. Don't be surprised if he tries to go to LA with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. I think he's going to be looking
Houston.
for maybe. I don't know. But I think he's going to be definitely thinking about getting to a more established team that he feels that gives. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy finds a way onto the goddamn Boston Celtics at this point. All right? He could go anywhere. I just think it's going to be with an established room. Maybe Cleveland. I don't know. I don't see that happening at all. But like I said, Warriors, Lakers, somewhere with established winning stars. That's where he's going to be looking to force his way. And apparently that trade's going to be coming. Apparently the Suns said that this summer that they're going to be looking to work with him and his GM to find a suitable suitor,
That's
if
why
you
I
will.
said Detroit, man.
How about the Grizzlies or the Timberwolves?
I don't see the T-Wolves. I think the Grizzlies could be likely. I think he could be enticed by
Well,
that
he
core.
wanted
I
to
mean,
go to
they
the
were as high
Grizzlies
as the
after the
2
Nets, right? That was one of his two.
Yeah.
It was either Phoenix or Memphis, right? Those were the two teams he was kind of looking at after Brooklyn.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he has a little reservations about Memphis now with just like how things have turned out and like the cliff that they're, slowly sloping down. Not falling off, but slowly sloping down. Hopefully that they could climb it back up. But I just think that it's going to be an established team personally.
Okay.
I think I've tried throwing the pride away. I've tried doing this. Screw that. I just want rings because who the hell is going to talk about the context, really? Nut jobs like us. That's it.
So before we move on to the next series real quick, just one last one last question for you guys on Knicks Pistons. If the Pistons do upset the Knicks in round 1, and it would be an upset because the Knicks are pretty heavily favored, you firing Tom Thibodeau or no?
1,000%.
I'm just thinking about who's out there.
Mike Malone.
What else? Yeah, no, that's what I'm with you. Like, I'm with you. I'm not I'm thinking about like the coaches that are out there. Yeah, 100%. It's not like it's a horrible market. Maybe you pull somebody up from the college ranks, Florida, UConn, I don't know, but I do think that there is actually like a good. This isn't like baseball when it's like fire Boone every year and it's like who the hell is out there. This is like you have legitimate options that could 100% put this franchise where it should be. Because let's be honest, Chuck, they've done everything. This is not a Leon Rose problem. Like they have done everything in terms of player acquisition, getting the best available, and willing to give up assets to bring in players that they feel will give them a benefit. So it's like I think you absolutely have to, because who else can you blame? You're not blaming Jalen Brunson. You're not blaming Cat. Like, maybe you're blaming Mikal Bridges at the end of it, but you shouldn't have given up 5 first-round picks in the first place. But you've already said that the context with that could change, and it might not end up being that. But, like, I think everything else, you can't even say that it's been the owner. Like, Dolan's basically been like, get this the hell away from me. Just win games. I'll leave you alone. Like, it just keeps on coming back to what is the Knicks' biggest problem? What are the players speaking out against? What is literally keeping guys off the court? I think it's usage. I think it's not getting guys rest. I think it's putting them in moments where they're already dog tired and it takes a little freak accident like Julius Randle to completely, derail like a damn season. And I think that the coaching decisions have been the biggest issue, especially if they go down to Detroit. Now, can he buy himself sometimes if he beats Detroit and ends up losing to Boston or whatever? Sure. But honestly, if they were smart, they would probably, make the move after the season, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, if the Knicks lose in the first round, or even if they do make it to round 2, and if they do win, they'd be playing Boston in the second round, and they just look totally uncompetitive, I kind of err on the side of firing him, yeah. Because this season, you've seen a real lack of adjustments from Thibodeau. Like they've been middle of the pack defensively all season long. And that is crazy for a Tom Thibodeau team because the last 3-4 years they have been in top 10 minimum. So really disappointing on that end. And I know they have Cat and Brunson who don't play the best defense, but you have 2 of the best wing defenders in the NBA in OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart, no slob either defensively as well. So if there is a problem there, you got to change it up. And yeah, Mike Malone would be. Even Taylor Jenkins, I think, is a good coach in Memphis as well, or was in Memphis. But
it's just the Cat effect.
Well, we'll see.
The Cat effect on defense. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem, right? Like, I think from the lack of rotations is where you're getting exposed on defense because, like, you don't need Brunson and Cat on the court. Like, they'll go and get their own shots. They're capable of dropping 30-plus a night between the 2 of them. If you already know that both are a defensive liability, like, start the game with them as starters, that's fine. That could be, like, your main lineup. But, like, here's an idea. Maybe if we go to a damn rotation and, we can strengthen the defense while getting the other one a much-needed rest, that's probably a recipe for success instead of having the disaster on the court like we're always seeing. Oh, wait, this is basketball 101. The short 5'6" fat Italian-Portuguese kid can see it, but the professional can't, and that's why the Knicks never do anything. If they get a legitimate coach in there, not a Doc Rivers school, of thought where it's just like, I'm going to rock with my best guys and we're just going to, like, no, you need to make actual in-game adjustments. This is no longer, the 60s of just put your best 5 out there and screw it. Like, dude, you got to play chess out here. Checkers can only get you so far. Go get you a Mike Malone. I love Monty Williams, and I don't even care what happened with Detroit. I'll stand by that. There are options out there. Go get UConn's Dan Hurley, the guy from Florida. I don't know. You have options that will literally have made the damn adjustments all over the place. Go get somebody that's capable of it.
So here's one thing that like if I'm going galaxy brain for a second, conspiracy mode. Once the playoffs start, Tom Thibodeau is going to unveil the Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns lineup with Mitch at the 5, Cat at the 4, just like how the Timberwolves did last year with Rudy Gobert at the 5 and Cat at the 4. You got Bridges and Anunoby, and then Brunson, or I guess you could swap out Bridges and Hart, either or. That could be a nice little wrinkle that he was waiting to unveil to the playoffs because he didn't want to show his hand to the rest of the Eastern Conference teams. But who knows? I could just be throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. So
That would be beautiful if it could last more than 2 games.
anyway, we spent too much time on this already. So let's go on to Pacers Bucks, which is a rematch of the first round series from last year, where the Bucks were without Giannis with the whole entire series. They had Dame for the first 2 games, and then he got hurt, and then they lost. And I think they lost in 6 games. But we got a different go around this time because Giannis is healthy, and hopefully he's going to stay healthy. Dame's going to miss the first game, but he is back to practicing after missing the last few weeks of the season with a blood clot, which is crazy. He came back in 3 weeks from that, which is absurd.
Monster.
Shout out Dame. And then the Pacers, who not very different from last season. Pretty much same team structure. Still play fast. Still really good offensively. Some holes on defense. But guys, I said this to you last week. I like the Bucks in the series, especially with Giannis and Dame healthy.
If Dame can be healthy, Chucky, I'm right with you. I will never bet against Dame Lillard just ever. I just wish that he had more help throughout his career. It's Ant's favorite player. He's about to go against him right now, which is hilarious. Giannis, as much as I like to, be a lot more harsh on him than maybe he deserves, just because everybody else wants to give him the flowers all the time. But there's high highs and there's low lows for that guy. So let's be honest. But I like the Bucks, man. I'm sorry. There's nothing about the Pacers that I like, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not a Siakam guy. I'm sure as hell not a Halliburton guy. Miles Turner is cool, but I just think even for all the Bucks troubles, I just don't see why, other than injury, why they shouldn't beat them. I mean, on paper, this is take all my money onto the green, quite literally.
Sure, Dame's back, but you don't think he's going to be on a minutes restriction just coming off a blood clot?
Sure, but I think if there's anybody who can make the most of those minutes, it's Damian Lillard. Especially
I love Dame, but
Giannis
these last few seasons have not
healthy.
been himself. He's not been himself in that regard.
Who's guarding Giannis? Who? Please tell
Probably
me.
Miles Turner.
Siakam?
Probably Turner. Siakam's not guarding him.
Miles Turner is not known as a defensive center. He's known as one of the better 3-point shooting bigs in the league.
Whoa. I got to stop you right there. Definitely a defensive center. Not Rudy Gobert, but great at blocks, good at deflecting shots, good paint defense. The Lakers were scouting him for a long damn time. I still can't believe the trade never happened.
Rudy Gobert.
Ooh, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. If you actually had Miles Turner on defense, the Knicks would probably be top 10 in damn defense because somebody would actually get a damn block instead of fouling out all the damn time.
Regardless, I'm taking the Pacers. Originally, I had them winning in 5 without Dame, but with Dame on a minute restriction, I think that changes. I still have Indiana, but I'm gonna say Pacers in 7.
Bucks in 6.
I'm actually leaning to Bucks in 7. I think it's going to be an ugly one. I don't love. I said it, bro. I don't love anything about that Pacers roster, and I think that cream rises to the top. And barring injury, if Dame's on the damn court with Giannis, that is it's steak and lobster. What a pairing,
All right, so once again, we're all pretty much in lockstep in the Eastern Conference, except for this one series where Ant's on the Pacers and Mazz, you and I are on the Bucks. That's
Chucky,
it for the first round.
Way too
You guys
much.
agreed on every single pick.
Literally every single one. So now that we wrapped up our first round analysis and whatnot, let's take a sneak peek ahead at what our projected second rounds would be. And we can just talk that through real quick and name our picks. So going back to the Western Conference, we'd have a Thunder Clippers conference semifinal. And I like the Thunder in that matchup.
Clippers get thunderstruck all day by that one for me.
Yeah, me too.
Lakers Warriors would be a fantastic series again. Although I would that's an easy Lakers for me.
I got Lakers Rockets instead of
yes.
Lakers, but I'll roll with your guys' hypothetical. I'll take the Lakers.
I'm not. Just give me the Warriors, dude. I'm sorry.
You're joking. You're actually
Not.
joking.
I'm not, dude. I'm just not.
Hates
Like,
his team.
I'm
Never seen a
not.
guy hate his team more in my entire
I
life.
don't hate my team. I'm just not a homer like that, dude. Like, it's what I see. Like, dude, I have talked so much shit backing Jimmy Butler and the pairing of Steph Curry, which I firmly love, and I love the coaching situation so much better. I just, dude, I 110%.
JJ's a good
am
coach,
too
dude.
deep.
I don't know why you hate JJ. He's a
50
good,
game-
whatever,
50
wins
good
his
head
first
coach.
year.
Okay, all right. Take it easy. They also made a giant trade or we weren't getting to 50 wins. Anyway, where was I? Dude, I'm too deep for the Warriors for the last couple of weeks for me to switch up on them like that. I'll drown it with it.
It's your own team.
It's a win-win situation. If I'm wrong, I'm still celebrating. If I'm right,
Crazy.
at least I get to celebrate that I was right, but I'm pissed that my team's out. This is a win-win situation. I cannot lose. It's too big to rig. Okay? That was funny. And you know.
Too big
JJ,
to rig.
JJ's a good
Actually,
head
it's
coach,
not
man.
too big to rig.
He-
I'm
he's a good
literally
head
rigging
coach.
it in my favor right now, Chucky.
JJ
right now,
JJ's
I'm
a
rigging
good
it.
head
Either
coach in
way,
this
I
league.
win. Listen, guess what?
He
If
is.
I lose, you guys are talking all that smack about me, right? And it's like, my bad, my computer's about to go down. If I lose, you guys get to talk all that smack, but my team's still on to the next. And if they get it done even further, I
No,
get
it's
to
not your
gloat
team
the
anymore.
entire
I
time.
refuse to let you root for them after that point.
Whatever. That's you don't get to decide who I root for. I never just because I think that the Warriors are gonna win doesn't mean I'm not rooting the Lakers. That's just like stop it. It's just my analysis.
We should take his Laker fan
right?
card away.
That makes take it away. Sure. I've been a Lakers fan longer than you've been on this planet.
You were 3 years old.
I was there in my Pampers
So-
watching on the big TV with the tubes. You don't even remember those.
So for the Western Conference Finals, that sets up a Thunder Lakers matchup for me and Ant. For Mazz, it would be Thunder Warriors. I think we all have the Thunder coming out of the West.
Thunder.
I mean, I'd
You
be.
want to take LeBron James so bad. I know you do. You can't.
do.
I know you do. But come on, think reasonably here. There's a kid who averages 34 on that other side.
If the Lakers had Mazz, like you said, if they had made a trade for a legitimate center after
Then I'm with
the
you.
Luka trade,
There's no Warriors
which they tried. They
slander.
tried. Hey, they
Sure.
tried. They tried.
Sure. But they're also the ones who reneged on it for whatever reason. And apparently the guy was pretty damn good. So I don't know. But listen, I'm with you.
talking
But that
about the
didn't
man
happen.
on the Lakers.
Listen, it's like if they would have made those trades, I'd be rocking with them to the end. I'd tell you they're going to take down OKC. I'd tell you fuck Boston. That's not just what happened. So, like, I want to be a little realistic, and I don't want this to be just another show. Dude, if you want to go on a show where somebody's riding the Lakers nuts, there's a lot of Lakers podcasts out there you could go get. If you want to hear about a team getting talked brutally honest and honestly just even dragged through the mud by somebody who absolutely loves them, this is the show for you, all right? I'm not going to sit here and just give you a bullshit take that I don't believe in because I just cannot believe in the bullshit anymore, all right? So if you want to know how I honestly feel, this is where you should be, all right? This is what we do. Yeah, I can look in the mirror because I know that what I'm saying I actually believe, all right? So it's like some people don't always do that. They just want to be like, this is my team, I'm going to rock with it to the end, and you're an idiot to even think that they possibly could be wrong. I live in a gray world, not black and white, my friend, a gray world, and a lot of things can happen, and guess what? I'm looking at this situation, and I don't love it, and if sue me, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, he's not rocking with his team. He's not a true fan.
You're not.
Hold my nuts. Keep it moving.
LeBron.
Dude, the serenade, like,
I'm
thank God we're
telling you
podcasters
to
and not
say
recording.
his name.
Just shut. I legitimately would turn this show off if I had to listen to you two sing for over a minute more. Stop.
Next episode,
Stop.
we
This is
just sing
unbearable.
LeBron James parody songs for Mazz. Well,
It's the best. They're the best.
Jesus. Oh,
Okay. All right. So Thunder coming out of the West for all three of us, essentially. It took us a while to get there, but Thunder coming out of the West.
Yeah.
Going over to the East, we have the Cavaliers and the Bucks for me and Mazz. Ant has the Cavaliers and the Pacers. We're all going Cavs here?
Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cavs in like 5 or 6, honestly.
I said Cavs
whoever
in
it
6.
is. Yeah,
I
whoever
know.
it is.
If it's the
like-
Pacers, Cavs in 5.
Yeah, if it's the Bucks, it's Cavs in 6, but it's the Cavs at the end of the day.
Knicks and Celtics.
Celtics in 4. Sorry, Charlie. I think Boston sweeps.
All right. But But Ant, have you heard of the Landry Shamet curse? Just in time for the Landry Shamet curse, Mazz. So for the last 4 or 5 years, every team that Landry Shamet has been on, Phoenix Suns, the Brooklyn Nets, he's on the Clippers, and I can't remember exactly where he was last year, but every team that has had Landry Shamet has lost in 7 games in the conference semifinals. So therefore, Celtics in 7.
In 7?
No, so come on, Celtics are gonna sweep Charlie. The Knicks.
Celtics in 7. I'm leaving here with something, okay?
Charlie, you
So,
know what the term
we talk about-
BTA is?
Belt to ass.
I'm just gonna hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm just gonna grab something real quick. This is what the Celtics are gonna do
Oh no.
to the Knicks if they verse them in the second round. You're gonna be hearing that a lot.
It's not coming through on the mic,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
That was-
Wait, hold on. Did you hear that?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
not really. This is a belt.
Shout out the suppressor.
This is the
Chucky,
belt. This
Chucky's
is the
gonna
belt.
show you how it's really.
This
done,
is what the
apparently.
this is what the Celtics will be doing the Knicks. That right.
So is
That's what. There we go.
oh, there it is, Chuck. That came through.
That's
Yeah,
what the
crazy.
that's what the Celtics would be doing to the Knicks if they verse in the second round.
So
BTA.
you really think, you guys think Celtics in 7?
Celtics
Well,
are four.
I
Celtics
think
are four.
so.
Celtics are 4. Sweep.
Oh,
Did I say 7? My bad. 4.
okay.
I'm gonna-
So he's got Celtics in 4. You got Celtics in 7.
I'm keeping this belt now. As a
if it
prop
is the Knicks,
for whenever I need
That's
to use belt to
insane.
ass.
yeah, give me Celtics in 6, fellas.
Hey, I'll take that.
I mean, like you'll do something. You'll claw on for dear life, and then they'll just turn it up and smother you.
I mean, let's be real, guys. The Celtics have had some playoff duds where they just don't show up to the arena that night. You know what I mean? Like, it happens.
They absolutely take nights off. You know, like it's not even like we're not even like trying type thing. It's just that like they'll just live and die by the 3 that night, and it's not falling, and then they'll completely come back the next night,
The Celtics.
and they might choose to live and die by the 3. Only they're hitting 42%.
Or it's like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are having the worst game of the season, but we're just gonna have Derek White and Peyton Pritchard combined for 90 points. Sure, yeah, that'll happen.
They always find a way.
They
dude.
find a
like,
way.
Even that's why they're probably the favorite to win this year, dude. Like even as a 2 seed.
So, regardless, we have a Celtics Cavaliers Eastern Conference Finals. I think everyone's kind of had that chalked up since December, January. And I got the Celtics winning in 7 games just because I like Cleveland. I love their roster. They're so deep. But I just because the Celtics have done it, they've been there. This is the Cavaliers' first conference finals without LeBron James, I think maybe ever in this scenario. So, yeah, I would go Celtics in 7 games, even with the Cavs getting that home court.
Again, we want to apologize to Mr. Donovan Mitchell for not having you in either one of our top 10 players lists. You should have absolutely been there. And again, we apologize. However, I just don't think that you have the squad to get past the Celtics, and I think it will be done in 7 as well.
Yeah, I think Celtics in 7. That's good. I think you talk about Knicks Pistons in the first round. If we get Celtics Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, or if we get Thunder Clippers in the second round, those are gonna be the 3 best series in my opinion in the playoffs.
So,
Warriors, Rockets, keep your eye on it.
Rockets in 7.
Boston Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC gets home court advantage in this scenario. I don't know. I really don't know.
I want OKC, but I know it's Boston. It's the playoff experience. It's the bigger name talent on it.
So, OKC's got a home court though.
Sure,
That's no joke over there.
Sure, but we act like Boston's not capable of going on the road, and winning on the road. Didn't they win their chip on the road last year?
I mean, they won in 5 games, so
Wait, no.
they're fine.
No. Boston was the home.
They were home
court.
for that?
Boston was home court because Dallas was the 5 seed. Or 4
No,
seed.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. I'm saying like, were they in Dallas for the last game?
no, they won
in
game
Boston
5 to.
because Jason Tatum
Yeah.
did.
We
did it!
Yeah.
We did it! He's going for his viral moment. Oh my god!
I wonder what he's gonna whip up this year if they get it done. Who's gonna copy this time? You think we're gonna get like original content, or is he just gonna like?
He'll do the
you know,
Jordan.
scoop off
He'll get
somebody
on the
else?
scores table. Do the Jordan.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
2. That's what it'll do.
So this series is close enough where I'm going to let my bias peek in, and I do not want to see the Boston Celtics win another championship. So I'm
neither
going
do
to say I'm going to say Thunder in 7.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Chuck. They're giving me they're in the number 1 seed right now for the greatest franchise of all time, and I just can't have them push that boundary anymore. So I'm 110% with OKC. I'm also 110% with the damn Lakers.
So and unbiased with no ties to either of these teams, even though I'm sure you have a little Boston hatred in you somewhere.
My grandfather's a huge Celtic fan. Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he listens to a lot of content, so shout him out.
I probably do have the Celtics winning against OKC in the finals. I do think it's going to be a very highly competitive series. I think that goes probably to 7 games. And,
dude, I would kill for a 7-game NBA finals.
We just need a good finals. One of these years, bro. It's been 5 years since the last good finals?
I think this
we haven't seen a Game 7 since 2016.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Oh, dude, what a final.
By the way, I just want to say this real quick. Between the two of you, you've agreed on all but one series. Now, is that Golden State and LA semifinals. That just goes to show you how scripted the NBA is. That we all kind of all collectively know what we think is kind of going to happen.
But think about this, right? I legitimately came in here, I like being a contrarian. I like taking a different approach to my thought process on it. And the fact me and Chucky do not value the same things. We do not think alike. The fact that we both ended up at the same endpoint is honestly impressive. I came in here and I was like, they're gonna call me crazy for this Clippers love right now. And then all of a sudden he jumped on it. And then I was thinking, what was the other one? I thought, I was like, oh, the Bucks one, maybe that could be a decent one. I like the Bucks one. And then Chucky in the group chat today, I went, oh shit, guess we're agreeing on that one. Everywhere that I thought that I was gonna be alone, or at least not Chuck with me, because me and Ant agree a lot more of the time, I feel like.
What?
It is kind of 50-50. Compared to Chucky and me lately? Okay, let me rephrase that. Me and you agree a lot of the time over the last couple of weeks compared to me and Chucky, even though I am normally split. It's like the other week. Me and you were agreeing on everything and I hated it, and now me and him are agreeing on everything and I hate it. Let's get back to everybody leave me alone. All right? I don't need the love. I don't need this love. I love being on an island. I love when the odds are against me.
Just to be a contrarian and just so our graphics look a little bit different when I put them up on socials tomorrow, I'm gonna pick the Lakers to win the Western Conference and win the NBA Finals.
Oh, you're not doing that.
I'm gonna do it, and not because I believe it, but just because it looks just so it looks a little bit different on the thing.
For everybody right now, we just want you to know you're getting played on the graphics for clickbait. All right, we love you. Thank you for tuning in.
I want the views, bro. I want the clicks. Come on, give it to me.
Clicks.
Give.
We want them.
Honestly, a part of you honestly believes that anyway, just because LeBron is capable of anything in your eyes. If LeBron was running for president, he'd have your vote instantly. He's banned from singing. I'm not. I'll leave the episode if he sings again. I swear to God, I'll leave. Yes.
I've been singing. I hit the We Love LA. I love LA.
It's horrible. This is horrible.
LeBron.
This is nobody came for this. Stop it. This is not one of those private desk concerts in a library. Stop it.
Mazz,
NPR Tiny Desk.
Mazz, you're supposed to give me the you're fired by Trump. You were supposed to do it earlier in the episode, and you still haven't done it yet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for coming out. Basketball talk. Look out for that final mock draft coming your way, and a big interview coming soon with a rising star in the sports industry. You already know what it is. Yes, Ant Belt to Ass is definitely going to be taking place when the Knicks end up playing the Celtics. That's insane. We're never getting hired by a big company. We're never getting hired. We're here for the long haul. Want to thank everybody for taking this journey with us. Socials, Instagram. We don't have a Facebook, but if you want it, let us know. We'll make it. I'll run it because I'm probably the only one that actually had one in high school out of these 3 people here. Are we on Twitter? No, we're not on Twitter. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, including Anchor, I'm sure, wherever you want, and especially especially TikTok. Like, subscribe, share, tell your auntie about us. We're here with another one. Mazz and Bad Show, Anthony Cafone producer. We'll see you next week.
You have been listening to the Mazz and Bad Show with Brandon Marrazzo and Charlie Baduini.